what's up? I am finally doing my first YouTube video. Actually, it's not my first, but it's actual one that I'm actually gonna, I said actually a lot, that I'm gonna take my time on and show y'all, you know, what's happening. So, I'm gonna show y'all basically, how I do my makeup, what the products that I use, stuff like that. I don't really use any high-end products because, one, I don't have that kind of money. But we are going to get into it, and I hope for the best. My face is clean. I got some breakouts, but it's fine. I feel like my face is really oily now. Typically, if my face isn't oily, I would use this rose gold elixir right here, just to give my face a little moisture. But it's pretty moisturized right now, if I can feel it. So I don't want to be looking oily. So we're not going to use that, but we are going to use some primer. I have two different kinds. I have the NYX pore filler. It's dirty, so don't bother that. And then the Mary Kay. I think I'm going to use the pore filler today because my pores are feeling a little big. See, I don't really like the way this like comes out. Like, watch. Or if it'll even come out. Like, it looks like a... Look how gross that looks. Isn't that disgusting? It just fell. That's why I don't really like this. I pretty much just put it really on my cheeks and my nose, and I put a little on my... Because my cheeks are where my biggest pores are. So, I'm going to do that. That is all in. Now, before I do my foundation and all of that, I like to do my eyebrows. So let me get set up right here. Oh, I got the hiccups. All right. And then even before... No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so for my eyebrows, I use the NYX Tame and Frame, and then a little brush. This is this Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. As you can see, I use pretty much all of this. There's like barely any left. That's what I used to use. And then now I've been using this cream color. So that's what I've been using to fix my brows. So I coat that a lot on this angled brush that I have. And then I just pretty much clean up all of my brow. Okay, now that the eyebrows are done, yes, I know I look crazy. I like to put on some of this It's the Makeup Revolution Luminous Gold. I mean, it's kind of rubbed off, so you can't really read it. But this is what it looks like. It's nice and pretty. Look at that. It's pretty. So I like to put that like right here on my cheeks, tip of my nose, my lip, a little bit of my forehead. And then I take my, where is it at? Hello? There it is. I take my beauty blender specifically for that and just tap that out and blend. I'll put this here. So I just tap and blend. And it'll look crazy at first, but trust me. I feel like it gives me like an extra like little layer of coverage under my foundation. So, and then I'm going to take a little bit of this, I think it's this one. Maybe not. It's this one. That's this one. This C5 Makeup Revolution concealer. I don't know if you can see that in shade C5. And I'm just going to go in really quickly and cover these little bumpies that I have. Try to make them, you know, not as noticeable. And I usually use like a green, like I have this NYX concealer, the green concealer, but there's like none left in here, I don't think. Let me see. I'll mix it in. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. Ain't gonna hurt a thing. Okay. And then I'm gonna take, this Silla sponge that I have right here. Super squishy. And then I'll just blend, like pat this in, just pack it on my skin. And I use this so the product actually goes and stays on my face rather than a sponge or a brush where it just like gets sucked up and it's like not there anymore. So we use that. And then onto our foundation. I'm like a weird color right now. I used to use the 220 and the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Fit Me foundation. I used to use that, but I got pale, so I've been using the 122, which is still really dark. Like, it was a lot of shades in between, and this is still really dark. Or maybe it just oxidizes and gives me like this orange tint. It's still dark, but I use it and then I'll just blend it out really well. My neck. So we're gonna do that. I'll use this beauty blender. Get a little wet. And I need to get more because I'm running out. And you know, I see people put stuff on their hands. I feel like that's just a waste. So I take it on my beauty blender and I put it on my face. And if I have any extra, I just take it and I don't waste it. People are like, probably like, oh my god, that's so like, I don't even know the word, gross. But, I mean, why waste it? If I'm only using it on my face, then it should be fine. And I've tried like lots of different foundations. I used to use Neutrogena. I've tried all of those. Powder, all the liquids. And I really liked those for a long time, but for some reason, maybe it's my skin changed or something, they were like not staying on my face at all. Like throughout the day, it was just so oily and so, it would just come off. Like I touch my face and it comes off. Like it was just not doing good. And I used to love it. But I don't know if they like switched what they were using in it. Because I used to never have a problem. But, I freaked my eyebrow up. And I use a lot of foundation because I like that coverage. I gotta get in here because I gotta blend it up. American Dream. I always have a hard time around my nose ring trying to get the foundation in there. It's like, but then it covers my nose ring and it looks gross. Okay. It's good. My butt is straight asleep. Ah. Okay, so foundation is done. Little creases in my nose trip me all the time. Okay, and to supplement that, I use the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This is in light. You can see. And I take this under the eyes. So I just put it under the, oh, I almost got that in my eye. And, you know, some may say, oh, that's too much. No, it's how I like it. Because I like my cheeks to be a little lighter. Right down the middle. I try not to do my chin too much because I really don't like my chin. Like, so I try to like have that not too flashy. And then I use this beauty blender, a different one. This one's weird. Like I have one side for concealer and then one side for contour. It's beat up because I think my dog might have chewed this one. I don't know. I know she chewed one that I had and chewed it like all up. So I just cut the top off of it and kept using it for like a long time because I was like, these things, I'm not buying another one. I could use this other side. And I just blend that in to my face. Just tap, tap, tap. Okay. And that bump is just huge. It's just gonna have to be seen today because it's just big. So after we do the concealer and the foundation stuff, I like to use a setting powder, well, a baking powder. It's not this that I'm using. I mean, it is, but it's just the container that I use. I use the Makeup Revolution Luxury Banana Baking Powder. It's a little yellow tinted. I used to be darker, so when I'm darker, my skin has a more yellow tone. When I'm lighter, it has a more like peachy, like red tone, which is weird, but I think it's like that with most people. I don't think so. But anyways, so I use this one because I just like the way it comes out, and I just put it on. I really like to pack it on to my cheeks because my cheeks are the ones that get the most oily, and that's where my foundation tends to go first. That and my nose. My nose is, you can almost guarantee by the end of the day, my nose has pretty much no foundation on it. But that's because I mess with my nose or something. Because I feel like when I'm nervous, I like put my hand like in front of my mouth or something, or I don't know, because I do it all the time at work and I end up with no foundation on my nose, and I like to load my face on with this powder because we gonna have our foundation staying. It's gonna bake at 350 and it ain't going nowhere. I like to put some right here just to brighten up this like little crease, or we're going to create a contour after I'm finished. I used to like to do the contour before I did the baking, which I discovered if I put the contour powder onto my wet foundation, it makes it really muddy and it did not look good. So I like to do this first and let it sit. Then when I brush the powder off, this powder goes on to where I'm going to put my contour powder, and it just helps it create like a smooth surface. But we're going to do eyes. So I think I am going to do probably a dark eyeshadow. Sorry guys, I have my Juul. I just want y'all to know I haven't had a cigarette in 2 weeks because of this awesome thing. This is not any, oh, on the computer it looked red, but here's green. But this is not like oh, you should get a Juul. Like, this is not like advertising. This is what I've been using. And it's actually really helped a lot, but I gotta do a little. And it's just vapor, so luckily I can do it in the house. Which, if I would never, ever, ever, ever smoke a cigarette in the house. That's gross. And it just makes your stuff nasty. But anyways, enough of that. We're talking about eyeshadow. So I have this Morphe palette right here. It is the 35R palette. Ooh. It's like really pretty golds and browns. I typically like to use this row right here. And then as you can see, I like to use these really bright golds. But we're gonna go for it. I really wish I had some eyeshadow, like colorful eyeshadow. But I'm not really big on like colors because where I work, I mean, I just use, which I do really like these reds in this palette that I have. This is the Makeup Revolution Flawless 3 Resurrection. This is really nice. It's cheap. It was like 15 bucks. It is really, really nice. So I just was like, oh my god, they got the Morphe palettes at Ulta, and I was like, I really like this, so I just like splurged. It was like, I think it was like $30, 35, 20. I don't know. It wasn't too much, but it was more than I typically like to spend on makeup. But this is 15 bucks. Awesome. Blends out great. Colors awesome. So if you want, go pick this up. They have more. That's my favorite. They have this, it's pretty much like a dupe for the Tarte's. I think it's Tarte that has this chocolate thing. This one's the Makeup Revolution Golden Bar, which it's a lot of golds and stuff. Which I think these are all shimmers that I've discovered, even though on the back it said, or when I was buying it, it said shimmers and mattes, but these are all shimmers, which I don't have a problem with. I use them. But, okay. So, I'm really lazy and I like never clean my makeup brushes, which I will always use the same colors anyway, so I'm like, there's really no point. But, I probably should. Let me tell the truth. Baby, let me tell the truth. Okay. So I'm going to start out with this, oh, I showed y'all the wrong one that I use. I use this one. These. The darker ones. Oh, okay. I'm tripping. So I'm going to start out with this lightest color right here. And, well, actually, I'm going to start out with like a base color to go over the whole lid just to get us started. Just to make us a smooth surface. Put that on there. Okay, now I'm going to go in with that color. And I like to start my eyeshadow right in my corner and work my way up to the middle so I don't look like a raccoon. And then you just take, small strokes and just blend that all in. And we're going to do the same for this side. And I'm basically just, blending each color. I'm going to be blending each color in. And then I just move down the line to the darker colors. And I try to keep it in this corner and then start blending towards the middle. So it's not like such a huge jump. And I like to keep right here on my lid pretty much like free of the shadow, because that's where I like to put my shimmer shades. I know it looks crazy, but I like to put them like up in the middle right here. So that helps, break up the dark colors, which once I put my eyeliner on and stuff, it looks really good. At first it looks a little crazy, but I mean, who doesn't look crazy all the time, right? And y'all are going to be like, oh, well, her eyeshadow is blocky on the sides. I'm going to show y'all a trick that saves me time, and yeah, you'll see. It's so I don't have to do too much blending, and because I'm like not really perfect when it comes to my makeup. I like doing it how I like to do it, and I like to find little ways I can be, more efficient with it. So we're just gradually getting the darker colors down that line that I showed you. And I don't like using like black eyeshadow. I'm not against it, but I cannot work with black eyeshadow very well. Like, I'll look like a raccoon. And I don't want to be looking crazy. I've seen the pain, seen the pleasure. Okay. So we got that. Now let me show y'all what I do. I take this really fluffy brush. It's the Morphe M441. I like to take this. It's really fluffy. And I just take it on the sides and just use it to blend and soften up that outer portion that we didn't blend. And it just softens it up and blends it out into the eye. Because as you can see, I did that one versus this. It's a lot better. And this just, because I hate like doing each color, like blending it out. I just don't have time for all that. So once I'm finished, I take this and just start blending the shadow. Okay. And then, let's see, I like to take like a reddish shade in this little brush right here and put it on the waterline. Just to like make a little, just make my eyes pop. So then, what we're gonna do, the shimmer shades. I'm gonna bring out this Anastasia palette again. One thing I like to do, and y'all don't have to do, get a little bit on here and create like some sort of like wing. Like, you get the same effect as if you would use like tape. I learned this from a girl that I used to work with. So I was like, how is your eyeshadow? I was like, do you use tape? She was like, no, I use concealer. I was like, that's so smart. That's literally so smart. Okay, so I take the lightest concealer in this palette, the one that I barely have any. Actually, I don't know why I use this side. And I use this little teeny thing. And then I pretty much try to cut the crease. It's not like perfect because my eyes crease like very odd. I know it looks crazy, but trust me, it's fine. And I know it's really bad to pull your eye back. I know. I can't really see because my mirror, I usually hold my mirror really close and it's really far away, so it's kind of hard for me to see like precisely what I'm doing. But that's fine. So I think I'm going to go with, first I'm going to go with the gold color, which these are amazing. Like, look how pigmented that is on my finger. And I like to go with the goldish shade right in the middle. And I use my finger for this because it's a lot easier. So I go with the goldish shade right there. And even like when it's so pigmented. And then I take like a creamy peachy shade and blend those two together. Yes. And then if, you know, I put a little too much gold and it mixes into the dark, I'll just take my brush and just clean it up a little. But other than that, it's fine. So as you can see, it looks crazy right now, which my camera's not very good, but you can see that. So now that we're done with the eyeshadow, I can finally wipe this powder off. So I just take it and brush it off. And I like to take little strokes because I don't want to spread it out. And I like to get it into the skin. Baby, you don't have a freaky like this. Okay. So that's good. Now I'm going to take my Makeup Revolution. All the words are gone, but it's on the back. The Makeup Revolution Pro HD Contour in light medium. I take the darker colors and I mix them all together. And then I just sweep that powder along my cheeks. So I put that in there. And then I also, if I'm feeling really like, oh, feeling cool, I use my Vivid Baked Bronzer. This is so pretty. Let me show y'all. My top row. Look at how shiny that is. So I take just a little bit of that and, you know, just wipe it, tap it over where I just put my contour, just, you know, brightens it up and gives it a little bit more. And I also like to put it on my neck just to help blend out that foundation that I use. Okay, so we do that. Then I go on to my blush. I feel like I'm missing something. I go into my blush. This is also the Makeup Revolution in Beloved. It's the matte blush. And I just take a brush, just a little bit, shake it, smile. I'm gonna put it right on my cheeks. pretty. And then get my highlighter ready, and then we're gonna go with eyeliner now, because I do my highlighter last. So I use the Maybelline Line Stiletto. This is my favorite eyeliner. This is the only eyeliner that I've pretty much ever used. Okay. I have tried this, which this one's really good too. It's the Wet n Wild Pro line. It is really good. It's really cheap. My issue is just really stupid. It doesn't come off very well when I wash my face and try to take my makeup off. It wants to smear and make me look crazy. That's the only reason I don't like to use it, is because it's so hard to get off, which obviously that's good, but I'm too lazy to be scrubbing my face. So I don't use that. But anyways, so I'm very well known for my winged eyeliner. It's something I've been doing since high school. It's my thing. I do my wings pretty thick. It's just what I like, which you don't have to do that. And you can see I draw like a wing, and then I end up filling it in. I'll just fill that in. But sometimes I get too crazy with it. So if you get too crazy with it, just take that same concealer thing that we did and just straighten that bad boy up right quick. See? So we got that line. Let's make it as dark as I can. And this wing definitely changes the way I look, I think. Like, it's like this side wing, this side without the wing. I look a lot different. And you know, I'm used to doing my wing every day. Always have to get more. Well, that one's good. And then sometimes I like to use this gel liner just to blend it out. It's the Maybelline Ass Studio in Charcoal. It's not quite black, but it's close enough. and just put it right in the corner. And I learned a trick. I don't know who told me, but it's somebody, never put your eyeliner, especially on the bottom, all the way across. If you put it, like stop halfway, it keeps your eye looking big and it looks really nice. But if you put it, all the way across, your eye's gonna look really small, really closed. It's just not cute. I used to do it. It's not cute. It's really not. But that's that. Now on to mascara. I'll use this number 7. This is the one I really like. The number 7. I don't know if this will help. No. It's the Lash Impact Ultra. I really liked this one, but I couldn't find it anymore for some reason where I was at. They didn't have it at Ulta. So they only had this Intense Volume Control for number 7. It's alright, but I really like that one better. And I do not wear fake lashes. I have not figured out how to put them on. I mean, I've watched plenty of YouTube videos on how to do it. I have tried numerous times. I can't. I've tried different glues. I've tried trimming them different brands of lashes. It just doesn't happen for me. So, I mean, I have natural eyelashes, so I really don't need them. But, it does seem to, like, make people's looks a little more bold. But, I don't want to be like everybody else. My Pandora is playing really great music today. Like, really old stuff that I like. The slow jams. And then this. Okay. So that's done. Ooh. Last thing that not last thing. I use highlighter. This is broken. I have a brand new one, but I don't want to use it until I use all this. It's the Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighter Powder in Golden Lights. I take my little highlighting brush and put it right on the creases. I like lots of highlighter. That's my favorite. Which this camera is really not good enough for you to like actually see, but I'll show y'all the end product on my phone so y'all can see. So I do that, and then I also like to take the highlighter color and put it in the crease of my eye. So a little up here. Just bring it. Just bring it. And then lastly is lips. I haven't really been wearing lipstick lately. It just gets on my nerves. So I'm gonna try to do some lip gloss or something. Yeah, I'll just do this lip gloss. It's like this gold really pretty lip gloss. Alright, well, that lip gloss is done. Everything's done. Lastly, I'm setting with my homemade setting spray. It's like a rose water, aloe, stuff like that that I've been using. And it's really good, and it keeps me feeling hydrated in my skin. And it's not heavy. It's really light. Alright. And this is my face. I hope I didn't forget anything. I hope y'all enjoyed watching me put on my makeup. If you'd like to see, more videos like this, always share, comment, let me know, message me, something like that. This is, like I said, this is my first actual serious video, and I'm in the process of thinking about getting, of course, a better camera so you can actually see me very, not pixelated. And then I am going to invest in some colors so y'all can see a different variety of makeup looks. Try different things, just experiment, and, you guys tell me what you want to see. And I'll try to make it happen. But thanks again for watching this video. I really appreciate it. And you're about to see the final look now.
Don't do it to me.